Blub blub everyone! Welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. I'm GaryTheGammarid and this is the return of the Shakturi DLC. Well, not yet, but it is on. And I can show you because you have some options there, because you can also deactivate it if the Shakturi annoy you or you just don't want them in a certain game. We already went through all of the options here to start a new game and have set everything. I'm just gonna quickly go through this so everyone can see how the galaxy is set up if you want to. And then we will start. So, galaxy shape as always, spiral. We have 2000 stars, very big. I have actually had an upgrade of my RAM, so I can do this. 2000 stars with 10 by 10 sectors. We have very sparse nebula. We'll see how bad this is gonna be in the end. Hopefully not too bad. Galaxy expansions pre-warp, tech level pre-warp. It's basically the usual. The only difference is I'm not gonna go chaos and extreme difficulty this time. I'm just gonna go one step before that, because I haven't played in a while and I'd like to, you know, see the Shakturi at the very least before they murder us, which they might. I have no idea. They seem to be pretty strong from the little thing I've seen. Hostile species near player. Yeah, it's just normal. I don't care. I don't want them very near. Research speed very slow as always. Only next project will be visible, and we're gonna go random again, which on its own might kill us against the Shakturi, because the Shakturi will probably have all the tech in the freaking universe, and we will be limited randomly. That's gonna be fun. Maybe we just don't have any weapons. Who needs those, right? Pirates, very few as always, very strong. Pirates though, average proximity, that is fine. Never have them respawn. Listen to me, never have them respawn. It's not good. It's not fun. This is just bothersome and will make you hate the game, and you shouldn't, because the game is great. Space creatures, very many. The Shakturi can actually murder us with them, so that's gonna be fun if we don't kill them. Maybe we have to prioritize this time. Colony prevalence, rare instead of very rare. I want a few more colonies, or at least have the chance to get some. Maybe unnecessary, I don't know. Since I don't have to really... Well, you know, there is one thing we have to do for every colony every time. And I didn't see a mod or anything yet. If anyone knows about one that fixes that and gives me a template that just gets applied, that would be amazing. But so far I haven't seen anything. And I don't know if they changed that. So there's one thing that we have to do for every colony whenever we get one. Hopefully it will not be that bad. We have normal independent colonies, influenced. I never changed this. This can mess up your game quite hard, as far as I know. We're gonna play the filthy Hoomans. They come back now. Yay, we have the second occurrence. And some things have changed for them. For example, if we get an intelligence mission against us that is succeeded and detected, we can sacrifice a spy for a 2-year boost in counter-espionage and then get no money for the 2 years, because my happiness will go down. That's gonna be bad, but it's an option, I guess. New worlds. When we colonize or conquer a continental planet specifically, we get a random colonization tech advance. That could be quite strong, so definitely gonna go for continental. Large carriers. Our carriers are bigger, which is really good. We'll see what we can do with those. We are alliance builder as a unique leader trait, so we get diplomacy. That is actually new that they show you these. Can get actually trading, more trade income. Great. A spy can get extra espionage. That is quite nice for spies, because then they can actually do something. And scientists can be destructive, which gives extra weapon research. Not that interested in weapons most of the time. Most of the time it's more important that you have the logistics for ships and, you know, miniaturization of equipment than weapons. But sure, we get some starting research. We actually get ground combat. That's nice. Starship maneuvering is also nice. Ooh, that could give us boarding pods quicker. That is really good. Basic recreation, some missile weapons, which are garbage. Thank you, game. Kinetic weapons, which are also kind of bad, so awesome. We also have now disallowed tech, and weirdly enough, even though kinetic weapons and missile weapons are our thing, we don't get a railgun. That is kind of weird to me, but we'll see how that works out. And also no interceptor missiles or Aegis missile battery. The Aegis missile battery was our human tech actually before. So I don't know why they did that. That's gonna be weird, but we'll have to deal with it. We get the super projectile gun X, so endgame tech. We get the hell cannon. Yeah, sure. I mean, that one is okay, I think. Or was that the really, really good broken blaster cannon? No, that wasn't the broken blaster cannon, right? Bulwark missile battery, so we get some missile battery, I guess. Command module for fighters. I don't know what that does. Foundation for the Galactic Corporation. That is also new in this DLC, and that's why we decided, or I decided rather, for humans and not for Actarians, not for space otters this time. Because I was wanting to go back, you know, do a fresh start, you know, 2.0 start with the first two that we played. So that's why we decided for humans, because Galactic Corporation. And the rest, yeah, the victory conditions, who cares? We'll look at that in-game. We're gonna go for Republic again. And we're hated by everyone because we're humans. I mean, we're filthy, of course. Government, only those specific to our species. And those are the ones. We're going for Republic because it's literally the only one that doesn't punish my income by either destroying happiness and or... And yes, sometimes, for some of them, it's actually both corruption reduction in the negatives. This is the only one, and they changed this, that the Republic actually doesn't get a bonus to corruption reduction. I think there was a bonus before, and now it's just neutral. You don't get more corruption. And you know what? That's still the strongest pick, so I'll always go for Republic. We're the extra filthy humans this time. Man, we're filthy. We have the home system. That will be normal this time. I was discussing with chat for agreeable or excellent, but no, I wanted normal, so we're going normal. Expansion is starting, pre-warp as always. We're going into far regions. It's just my favorite place to start. We'll see where it puts us. It doesn't necessarily have to put us here. It can still put us here for reasons how it generates the galaxy and the other empires. But we don't have any specifications. It's all random, so maybe we'll get what we want here. We didn't auto-generate empires. We only have 11 instead of 12 that I put in. But that's literally everyone. But, no, actually we have one human empire. We'll leave it in. So this is literally every species in the game. 11 species. We'll see how that goes. Seems good. No one has any specifical boni or anything. They all start at the same level as we do. Yeah. The Tekken will probably get murdered pretty soon by pirates or something because they're crap. They all have a normal home system like we do. No relation whatsoever. We haven't met anyone. We don't even know that there's another human species out there. Not another species, but another planet. We're basically the same species still, which doesn't make any sense after centuries on a different planet, a different niche, you know, a different biosphere. That would literally... a few thousand years, maybe not, but if it's... We don't know how long it is. It could be 100,000 years. It could be a million years since we last were an empire in a spacefaring nature. And that would mean that our genome would definitely be different than that of the other humans. So, let's just say we're the same species, shall we? We're all filthy, so it's fine. Victory conditions, just everything enabled, 70% basically default. Start years, after 100 years this will become active, the threshold. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I like to do that since we did that with the boss empires to even have it a little bit of a chance. But we have the Shakturi storyline. I don't know what this actually means in numbers, but this means how early will they appear. And I just went for normal because it's the default. And we don't have any ideas, so let's hope that's not too early. And we will actually have an empire when they come. And have a chance to do something against them. Because if that is too early, they will rip us a new one instantly. And we just have no chance. So, we'll see. We have all the story events on. All of that should be fine. That is basically it. Now we go in the game. Let's go. Oh, I do like that screen. Oh, I wish I could extract them from the game, but I don't know where. Those were good. Would be good for thumbnails. And that is also a consideration why I don't want to do more of these series with distant worlds, because I don't have too many thumbnail possibilities. I'm not good at that. And I would love to have these pictures. I actually asked them, their PR, if they could send me, you know, assets to make that stuff with. And they did, like 3. Unfortunately, for some reason, Slytherin doesn't have a press kit. You know, every single gaming company out there that is not a single dev independent thing has a press kit nowadays. But no, they don't. And I think the guy I wrote to was kind of annoyed by my request, but sure. I mean, fun. Good times. Ooh, it is generating for a while. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for such a big galaxy. Ah, it's gonna be fine, guys. I'm really happy to be back with some Distant World stuff. I missed it, but I didn't want to do another one when there was no new content. Because I think we did explore the content that was there quite thoroughly, even with some... which is not normal for me, with some challenges. But I felt in this game I did want the challenge. Because it mixed things up quite nicely. And I'm really interested in... because we made basically our own crisis, which didn't go well all the time. But now we have a real crisis, you know. And hopefully that's gonna go well. Or different. And hopefully hard, but not devastatingly. We'll see. If it ever generates the galaxy. Mind you, 2,000 stars. That's 1,000 stars, not planets, stars, more than Stellaris has. And it's a 10 by 10 grid. So, basically sectors in the galaxy, which you will never see in-game. But unfortunately, I hope they put in a measuring tool by now. That would be great. Avak actually suggested that to one of the devs in his stream. And I was in chat at the time, that's why I know this. And the devs said they put it on the list. So, hopefully it's in by now. That would be really great. Because sometimes it's really hard to measure... there it is. Sometimes it's really hard to measure distance in this game. But it's still used very, very much. Oh my god, look at that. Look at the message presets there. They have changed this. Okay. Oh no, we have to go through all the automation settings first when we start now. Oh god, that's gonna be fun. Our faction is known as the extra filthy humans. Yes. Hoomans. Our government is a republic. We are the humans who are typically aggressive and careful. That doesn't make a lick of sense, guys. Come on, really? Aggressive and careful? I wonder what else is on the list of development for the game. I mean, they have a Discord. I'm on that Discord. I haven't looked into it. And welcome, Michael Berkenkamp. Let's just call you Michael. They have a Discord. You can go there and see their updates. They do show that. They have a roadmap. I just haven't looked at it in a while. It sounds too Ferengi. Don't say humans like that. Hoomans? I like it, Mia. I do like it. It's fun. And we're filthy. Oh, we're filthy. Humans have natural skills in all research, diplomacy, war awareness reduction, espionage, and trade income. See, that's not true anymore. They're lying. They haven't updated this flavor text here, I think. Because we don't have an all research bonus, do we? Or did I just overlook that? We'll have to look at that in government. No. Yes, Mia. Yes, Mia. We're named by the Ferengi. Extra filthy Hoomans. Our leader is Kobe Dobachi. That's random, sure. Someone wants to be the leader, I think. Who wants to be the leader? Vote now. I don't have any channel points yet because Twitch doesn't give that out until you're affiliated for some reason. Stupid nonsense. So, can't buy it. Can't buy the name, so, you know, whoever is first. Let's go. We also have some military leaders or something that we can give away. So just put your name in, say you want to be something, if you want to be something specific. Maybe you will get that, we'll see. Our home colony is Ihirivak 4. Ihirivak. Awesome. A continental planet in the Ihirivak system, of course. I mean, naturally. Nearby, I hope it's the 4th planet from the sun, otherwise I'm very disappointed. Nearby is the rocky ice moon Arafre. Cool. We have a moon, that's good. And a rocky ice moon is also interesting. Means water, right? Can I be a scientist, Marcus Wilson? Yes, of course. For scientists, we have a few. Leaders, we don't have that many, so... Our faction has primitive technology. We are just beginning to take our first steps into space. Explore, expand, and conquer. Let's get started. Oh, I love this. I love this camera going in. I wish you could actually transition like that in-game. But if we see this, we are paused. That's good. But look at this. This is not that, unfortunately, with the mouse. And also... Page up, page down. Oh, they changed it. Oh, look at that. They changed it. That's pretty nice. Okay, now you can actually do that. Also, I told you there is Galactic North, so we want to be Galactic North at all times. Wait. Oh, no, they changed that too. Wait, we're in top-down? Oh, I did just do top-down. Yes, because T was actually my own shortcut for going... Where is it? Zoom to galaxies delete? Oh god, yeah, I have to change that for sure. Zoom to region is insert. Zoom to system is end. Zoom to location is home. Okay. Oops. Oh my god, I have to remember now I'm not in Stellaris. Sorry guys. I'll get there. Okay, so we have to check a few things. This is our beautiful, beautiful planet. It is actually the 4th planet from the sun. I'm very proud. Thank you. Thank you, game, for doing this. The planets will not spin around the sun, which is, in my opinion, fine, because that's just wasted computational power. It is kind of nice when they do, but it's also completely unnecessary. We can just imagine that they do, it's fine. That's not the point of the game. Character-wise, we have a president, so whoever wants to be president... Oh god, really bad at industrial research, but that will actually go up. Ship maintenance savings, buddy. You're good. I like you. Construction speed I don't care about. Oh, yes. Okay. I wish these two. If you have a leader that has these two traits increasing, so he can get experience like with this one. This one can actually go up by 1% every time he levels up. These two can't. These two are bean counter traits. But if they can, if you have a leader that can do this, this is one of the best leaders you can have. Ship maintenance savings, corruption reduction is just pure money, and pure money is what you want. So that would be great. So someone can be the leader. Yay, they count? What do you mean? Yeah, they count? Oh, the bean counter. Oh, yes. It's... Oh, God. Yes, they count. Okay, we have a planet, cool, we have some resources, and by the way, if you don't know the resource system in this game, it is bonkers. Bonkers crazy. Where can I see that? There was a button for this. Yeah, they changed a lot here. They did change a lot. Tourism flow off. Oh, we have to experiment with these. We have to look into these. Zoom to selected item. Ay, caramba, okay. Display weapons ranges. Ooh, display ship and base symbols. Okay. Game settings. Oh, that's how you go into the settings. Yes, give me key mappings. I want to have... Where's the delete nonsense? Yeah, go away with that BS. I want that on T, please. You can change the camera. Yeah, you could actually... You can have the bridge camera view. You can actually look through the front of your ship. There is no bridge. They have no modeled bridges, unfortunately. That would be cool. But you just... Your camera will be attached to this ship there. In the front, and you can then see things. Which is kind of weird, but it is there. It exists. Okay, let me remember how to play this game. We have early warp field. Ooh, that was a nice transition there. I like that. We have kinetic weapons, which are all garbage. We have missiles, which are the worst garbage in this game. Unfortunately. Unless they change those. Space reactors, starship engines. Yeah, we have maneuvering, which means we can get shipboarding very early and very easily. We have that in sight, which is pretty good. We actually have pretty cool fighters. I do like those. Basic civilian ships, basic space stations. We have a lot of basics. That's pretty nice. No. Shut up. Okay. So what we want is we want to go to early warp fields. And we want to say, yes, I want to pay 7.5k in credits to get a bonus of, what, 50% or something. Yeah, we have the time now. This was actually 16 years, now it's only 8 years. Good. Much better. We want warp fields as soon as possible. And these will not allow us to leave the system. This is the skip drive. This will allow us to go inside our system. Because now, it's like in the real world, we're slow boating it. And you don't want to slow boat to other planets in your system. That's ridiculously shit. What was the stuff we needed first? I mean, deflectors are nice. Armor plating is nice. We definitely wanted maneuvering as one of the first things because we want to go to shipboarding as quickly as possible for reasons that I'll explain later. Otherwise, oh yeah, weapons. We wanted early ion weapons. It's probably the next thing on the agenda. Maybe even torpedoes. Torpedoes can be quite strong, not necessarily with the humans. There are other species that are better, but it's fine. Let's go torpedoes, let's go that, let's go deflectors. And let's go armor, and then we're set. If you have all of these, I think we're good for what we want to do. But as long as we don't have these, we should bow to some people that no one wants to bow to. But that's fine. Okay, so that is done. Let's look into the government real quick. Oh god, where was the government? Government was here. Government. So we got population growth. Oh yes, we got all research with the Republic, which is nice. Do we have all research with the humans as well? Which is the bonuses. Actually, we do. Okay, so humans have plus 5% all research, like the Ecdarians. That is a good thing for us. That is going to be amazing. We have the -1 industrial from the leader, which is fine. That will go away. So basically our negatives are counter-espionage, troop recruitment, troop recovery, and ship construction speed. None of those concern me in the slightest. Awesome, that is a good start. I like it. Now, the messages here, the message filters. Oi, this is gonna be disgusting. That's a lot more than there were before, and I do love that. Hive encounter, hive sighting, yes, plagues. Oh god, that's also a spoiler for many people. I'm very sorry about that. I definitely don't want state ship construction information. Civilian base constructed, military ship constructed, state base constructed. I don't want any of these. I don't care when something is constructed. I want to care if I can construct something. It's gonna be finished at some point, that's fine. New resources are important to me. Ruin explorations are important to me. Characters that I lose, leader changes, colony rebellions, yes please. New colonies established, that's all something that's very important, but not construction. I don't give a shit about construction. I told you guys, this game is... Oh, interesting. All messages general... Oh, they also have that... Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. They have overhauled the message system, and that was really, really necessary, that you can tweak that a bit better. But I told you this game can be automated quite a bit. And we'll look into why and how. There's this policy settings. This game, if you want, it doesn't make any sense to do that, unless maybe because you're learning, you just want to watch. You can automate this game to 100%. You can literally make your empire, your player empire into an AI empire, if you want to. You can do that, and you can just let it run and see what the AI does for you. Like it will do for all the other empires. There's not much reason for that, but why this is great is you can automate away things you don't want to deal with. And it definitely makes sense to automate some things away, at least in my perspective. Like ship overhauling. I mean, if you want to, and if you just want to care about the military side, you can just have military not automated and you're fine. And you deal with the whole military and the AI deals with the rest. Doesn't mean it's optimal. Doesn't mean it's great. But you can. And that is a cool thing, in my opinion. But what I don't want to deal with... Let's go up from the beginning here. So we have advisors and automation. This is basically the game tells you, or can tell you, hey, there is a planet that you might want to colonize. So it suggests it to you. And you can say, okay, do it. Or, nah, don't do it. I don't want to colonize right now. You can also say, hey, how about you suggest that and do it until I say no. Or unless I say no. So there will be a message coming up and say, oh, there's a planet and I'm going to colonize that. And unless you say, nah, that's not good, it will do it. When the message times out, you know? It will just do it. That's just an execute. And you can also just automate it and then you don't get the message. But this gives you... And also you can just manually do it. So it will never send you these messages because there will not be a suggestion for colonization, for example. And that lets you tweak a few things in a neat way. I do want to know if there is a planet I missed. So that's pretty good. I just don't want you to do it unless I say yes. Colony population policy... I'm trying. I will leave this on. This is basically... This automation doesn't exist. Unless they implemented it, which would be... Mwah, then this game is absolutely top-notch. In my opinion. This is one of the most tedious aspects of the whole freaking game. And I'm going to show you why when we have our first colony. Actually, I can show you now. It's basically this? No. It's this. No, it's not this. Where was it? Must be able to... Oh, no, wait. Ah, how did you get... Oh, you get there through here. Yeah. It's not hidden at all. It's totally fine. This here, for example. At the moment on our planet, we can only set humans to be assimilated here, so they get accepted to migrate to this colony. Because we only know about these guys. And that is already a weakness, because there are multiple species in this game. You cannot set this until you know where they are, that they exist. Which is bad, because I would like to set one template that will go for all planets as a default, and then I change it per planet just for, you know, a few races or something. Or give me a button that just chooses one thing overall, like, no one can go here. And then I just accept the one that is good for this planet. Because, as you can see here, up here, there is a suitability for humans on this planet, which is 48. This is extremely important. Because how it works is, every planet has a quality, and that quality depends, or determines, or the type actually determines how you are suitable for it. And together with the quality, that means how much you need to invest to keep them alive there. If you put a human on a volcanic planet, it will probably not like it very much and probably needs, you know, a breathing system and other infrastructural improvements to actually live there. If you put a Boscara there, which are actually coming from volcanic planets, they're totally fine. They love it there. It's amazing. If you put them on an ice planet, they probably die. So, unless really heavily subsidized with equipment, infrastructure, money, basically. So, the money you can get from people is dependent on their suitability, together with the quality of the planet and some other things. Happiness, yada, yada, yada. But it's very important that they're suitable. So what you want to do is, I want to disallow everyone who doesn't have a certain suitability. Unfortunately, this has never worked. At all. At all. They did improve it, and it was a little bit better. It did have some nice suggestions. It was still garbage. So this is the most tedious point of the game. Setting this for every planet, every time. And I hope they fix this and it's actually doing good decisions here. But we'll see. Upgrading colony facilities, sure. Actually upgrading, you can just do it? I don't think there's a problem if you just do it. If we have the money and if you want to upgrade it. Just tell me about it, that's fine. Colony facilities, wait. I think there was one that I would not want that to do that with. We'll see. Wonders, yeah, you can suggest them. You should never do it. Just like that, because you want to plan where your wonders go, because wonders improve development, and development is somewhere here, this. Very important for happiness, and happiness is money, so make sure to have development where you need it. Colony facilities, capitals and administration. Oh, this is upgrading. Yeah, of course. The administration always. Always, everywhere. Upgrade it. Just do it. Tell me about it, but just do it. Terraforming, just suggest them because they're very expensive. You really need to have the money for that. Because usually a terraforming facility costs about 100,000 per month. Just to run. For 10 years. So that's gonna be fun times. If you have too many of those, you definitely can bankrupt yourself. It's amazing. Troops... For troop facilities, yeah, just... This is actually more intricate than it was. They actually give you a lot of options here. That's pretty nice. Fighter bases, weapons, medical, creature... Oh, creature breeding. You don't say. Okay. I'll just leave this on as a suggestion because all of these cost me money. The only thing that doesn't cost you money is actually the administration. That is the only building that actually improves your money gain by billions because it actually reduces corruption, and that is so good. You wouldn't believe how good that is. And that is what you need to learn about this game. How can you make money? That's the most important thing. Money is fleets, money is research, money is everything. And I'll show you why, because there are also budgets that you can set. Colony taxes, automate them, that's fine. Because if you don't, you might overtax them and then they rebel, so you don't want that. You can deactivate this per planet. I could just go to... I was there at automation here and can just say no tax automation, and then I manipulate them myself for a while. If you want to. Funding levels, manual. Never do that automatic, please. Ship construction... Yeah, all of this is fine for now. You can change this at any point, by the way. Automate research, no. Crash research, automation, no. Ship and base design, I guess. Let's leave it on for now, and we'll just deactivate it for some ships. Because I think I don't... I will deal with military ships. I won't deal with the civilian ships. I won't design them. That just takes... The military takes too much time already, so... Okay, we haven't even started yet, guys. Not a day has passed. We are in 2754, the year. On the 7th of April, so... Fun times. Sorry that this isn't set. I haven't even thought about that they reset everything that I had. Because this is... Is this save game dependent? No, it's not even save game dependent. It will be set for every game now when you set this once, but yeah. Gifts, yeah, all of this diplomacy garbage you should... and military attacks for now as well. War missions, sure. All of that should be a suggestion. Troop recruitment... Can be automatic, that's fine. Fleet formation is fine. Flostures, fleet ship management. Top up ships for existing fleets. Yeah, sure. The AI is not that quick. Because it cannot run every tick. That would just destroy your PC. It would actually... You would need an IBM mainframe for that. Or, you know, any other Google mainframes or something. Because that would destroy everything. So it will not run permanently. It will just... Every... I don't know, few ticks, it would check a few fleets and top them up. So this automation is actually just helping you a little bit when you don't go through 150 fleets all the time and top them up. So it will do it sometimes. That's actually fine. Exploration is fine. Colonization, sure, you can set the minimum suitability. 20% is the threshold where a colony will be at some point profitable. You need, what was it, 2 billion people on it for it to be profitable for you? So that also is telling you, even if you have 20% suitability colony planets, potential colonies, don't do them. Because the first 10 years, 15 years, until the population is big enough, you will actually lose a lot of money with those. And it's much better to just get independent planets to get a economic basis and then go for colonies. Just my suggestion would be the first 50 years, probably, unless your money situation is amazing, ignore colonies. It's probably, unless you're playing without independent minor colony stuff, then it's fine. But otherwise, don't do it. And the independent colonization, 80%. I mean, sure, 80% is fine. I'll show you what that is later. Colony taxes, fine. Stock levels, definitely not want to manage that because every colony has somewhere. Where are the stock levels again? Oh, here. Every colony has a stock of everything that exists at some point. We don't even know about everything yet, and you know, and you don't want to maintain this yourself. It's just, it's not an optimal system. It's not the best system there is, but it works, and that's fine with me. I don't care about the rest. Diplomacy, offering gifts, sure. Suggest that all to me, starting and ending wars. You can suggest, you never do it though, without my approval. Because the AI is kind of dumb with that. Sometimes they just want to settle a war even though we barely begun. And we are definitely winning this, so why would I stop? Ship and base design, sure. Let's do that for now. Prioritize state ships in construction queues is very important, because otherwise your ships will never be built and the civilians will just outproduce you, in a way. And it's not good. That is all fine. New military ships should be automated. Yeah, other state ships are automated, because we have other ships than just military that are state operated. Like exploration ships, for example. Spaceport priority, that should all be fine, I guess. You can even set the ratio of automated built fleets. You know, what should be the AI's target for your different classes of ships that you need to own? Not even in fleets, just in general. Like 24% frigates, 8% transport ships, 8% carriers. So if you have 100 ships, 8 of them should be a carrier. It's really, really cool. And the AI will suggest this ratio for you. If you're not at this ratio, they will suggest you, hey, we need to build these ships. If you have money, of course, but sometimes even if you don't have money, weirdly. Build independent ships, yeah. There are also independent factions, like traders and stuff, and they might repair their ships at your bases and pay you money, or build new ships and pay you money. And I'm all for that. Let's have that. I want them to use my shipyards as much as possible, because that's money. That is also a newer thing, the weapon component focus. We can set specific weapons for designs, like close-in railguns, standoff missiles. What kind of weapon should be used, and that is all the weapon classes. I'd rather than missiles use torpedoes though, because missiles are garbage. I've did the math multiple times. They're not as bad as I thought, because I had a little mistake there for some reason, but they're really bad. The rest should be fine. Starting role for ion weapons cruiser? You sure? We'll make our own manual fleet. Most of the fleets I will not control, usually. I will just let the AI control them and give them military missions, because that is so good in this game, guys. You don't even believe. You are not the micromanager of everyone's toilet wiping in this game, and that is one of the best things ever. You're just the leader of the empire. You say, this planet needs to be taken. I don't give a shit how you do it, but you will do it. And they will do it with whatever they have, because that's their order. You literally give orders. You don't micromanage everyone in this empire, and it's so good. I hate that about most 4X games, that you actually have to micromanage every little bit, you know. When they shower, when they go to the toilet and stuff, it's just the worst. And it's so good to not have to do that for aspects that are not interesting, you know. Because sometimes, you know, if this is a big galaxy, if I'm maybe I'm at war with an empire here and an empire here. Maybe I want to concentrate here, but I still want to wage war there. Why do I have to do it? We have people for that. You know, that's what admirals are for. And I just tell the admirals, hey, you eradicate this planet, this planet, this planet. Do it. Enjoy. I'm over here and having fun myself. You know, I'm going to that front and deal with that, and you deal with the other front. Enjoy. And that is an amazing thing, in my opinion, that this game has, and that no other game really has. This is also important here, because military screen, we want bombardment colonies when soften enemy troops. Okay. I actually would like to eliminate enemy troops. That is pretty good. I don't want to eliminate the colony necessarily. I definitely don't want to eliminate the facilities, if possible. So collateral damage is not good, but the troops need to go because I want that planet. Manually assigned bombard missions follow policy. Whether ships and fleets with manually assigned bombardment missions will follow bombardment policy above. Whether they will stop bombarding when enemy troops have been softened for invasion. I'll try. That sounds interesting. So I don't accidentally eradicate facilities and the colony itself. That sounds actually good. And I can deactivate that if necessary, I hope. Well, if I manually bombard, I'm watching them. So actually that should be fine. We'll think about this when we're doing this. Capture condition for ships. Always. Capture condition for bases. Always. You'll see why. Military ships should always be enlisted. Should they? No, when... actually... Do we want to enlist ships? Because what you can do is you can send them to the shipyard and just disassemble them and get tech from them. And I do like that. So when not high tech or larger than you can build, or just never? Just always disassemble them. I think always disassemble them. Yeah, and always disassemble, and if not, if you don't get any tech, scrap for money. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Enlist civilian ships, sure. Because they will be upgraded, that's fine. Otherwise you can disassemble them. Enlist base, always, for sure. Upgrade enlisted military ships. See, we could do that and just upgrade them. No, I'm just gonna disassemble all military ships that we find. We get resources from them, we get tech from them, that's fine. It's okay. Characters that conquered colony bases, capture of enemy, return home with others, sure. Automatically refuel manual ships. That is something I'm always thinking about. Maybe that would be good, but I'm not gonna do it. The rest is fine, fine. Let's get a little bit quicker through this because I'm taking too much time, I know. Sorry about that. Local garrison and attack troop level for now will be low. I'm usually changing this in mid-game when I go very high or high, because then we want to blast as many troops as possible in the whole freaking galaxy, because our troop transports are slow and they should be able to take troops from wherever they please, and also every colony needs a garrison to, you know, defend. Hey Haufmann, welcome. How are you doing? Bloop bloop. We're just still in the setup phase, and I'm very sorry. I should have probably cut that out, but it is also important information why I decide what. Much more important than how I set up the game, in my opinion. So you guys know what my thought process is, and maybe you have a different opinion there. Feel free to state your opinion. Fleet formation, fleet ship management, fleet postures. For now, that's gonna be fine. We're almost through. Research, we already did that. And intelligence missions. This is still important. Let's go with that for real, 30%. That's fine. Intelligence mission, character locations should all be automated. That's okay. So, this is important here. I'm fine, and you? I'm very fine. I'm playing Distant Worlds again. That's so good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for new content, and actually some really interesting changes, what I've seen so far. The level of aggressiveness when assigning intelligence missions to your spies. Higher aggression levels, and that's important. Higher aggression levels mean that more empires will be targeted. Yes, even the ones you are allied with or something. I don't give a shit. They can suck it up. It's fine. This is important though, because this is dangerous. You can lose your spies if you set this to the wrong thing very often. But also, if you don't set it low enough, your spies will never do a thing. Especially in the beginning. So we'll start low. We go with 70% success. The AI will do this for us. I don't like micromanaging spies all the time, because that can be also very micromanaging and tedious. If you like it, definitely leave that on. Definitely do it manually or something if you want to. You can do great things with spies. You can get a lot of tech. And since tech trading is deactivated, this is our only way to get tech aside from researching it ourselves. And this is quite potent sometimes. So definitely use spies. But when I'm busy with something else, the AI can do it. You can override the AI if you want to and just give the spy a mission, and the AI will not touch that spy until it's finished. Which is fine. So I can interact when I want to. But generally, the AI should do it for me. I don't want them to do all the things, though. Because I don't care. Capture base. Wait, was that always a thing? I don't think that was a thing. I think that's new. That is really, really good. Yeah, why would I destroy bases if I can just capture them? Allow influence empire positively, yes. Negatively, I mean... I don't know. I mean, this is new. This is really new. Okay. Allow create force in... Oh, yeah, there are new things. That is really good. Allow control faction leader. Okay, yes, we'll do that. Deep cover, I don't care. It's way too dangerous and expensive. Well, expensive. Expensive in terms of the spy, because they need to be high level and then they fail and they're dead. It's not good. Defect character missions. Okay. Assassinations, I don't care about. I don't know about how defect character, how hard that is. But if we could get specific characters from enemies, that's pretty good. Or from even my allies. I don't care. Inside colony rebellion. Infect colony with plague, you say? Oh, the war crimes, guys. Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's not a war crime if it's a spy mission, right? It's just underhanded skullduggery. Allow inside revolution. Internal stabilization. Internal stabilization, yes. Revolution, no. And I think rebellion as well. Because those are very dangerous. I don't know how dangerous this one is. But that is actually pretty good. Now, the important thing is to save. Because these are bound to your saves, in a way. But also not really. It's kind of weird how they do this. But I wish they had an account, to be honest. And I hate that I say that. But I have an account. You know, I have a Steam account. They could just attach that to my Steam account. My configurations of automation or anything. Okay, so that is that. We can play the game, I think. We are having a ship that's happening. We don't know about things. Our planet has some resources. Actually, pretty good ones. For a normal planet. We definitely want a shipyard. That's the first thing we should build. Because at the moment, we're building ships from our planet. So we have shuttles flying here and building these ships. And that's really bad. We want to build them in a shipyard. Okay, we do have exploration ships, construction ships, and escorts. Escorts we will not build for a long time. We don't have anything here. Okay, I think we're ready, guys. Are we, though? Yeah, I don't need to do anything yet with this. That's fine. Okay. We don't need to fiddle with templates right now. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can start. Nice, guys. Just an hour in. I'll go a little bit over for the first part. To the stars, yes. For one second has passed, and already we have to deal with our species event. In the ancient human city ruins, we have made a curious discovery. For countless generations, we have looked to the stars while living among the remains of the civilization of our ancestors. So we know there was a civilization before us of humans. Tales from those days of a terrible cataclysm which destroyed them were passed down to us. Since I haven't played this in a while, I will read all the events again. But only recently has our science allowed us to better understand the artifacts they left behind. We now know for certain that we are not the first of our kind to leave our planet. Actually, it's not even your home planet, because the planet is weird. They went to the stars before us and left behind a path of us to follow, in the form of these ancient relics. Our long study of the... Do we have relics? Our long study of these ruins has helped us learn to construct starships and possibly even faster than light travel without the effects of time dilation. Dilation? Isn't it dilation? Maybe it's just dilation, I have no idea. English is weird. We have also recovered a great many unusual resources vital to these technologies from the ruins. By the way, time dilation would be... is probably one of the biggest hard limitations that we would have of exploring space. Because by the time someone would go to another system, you know, time for us here would have gone haywire, and, you know, there would be no communication or anything, and even if they would come back, we would probably not be the same as we were. So it's a big problem. The universe is weird. We have also recovered a great many unusual resources vital to these technologies from the ruins. Most of these resources do not otherwise exist in our world and must be used carefully. Interesting. Oh, that's probably the stockpile that we have. Okay. As our first priority, we must find more of these resources our ancestors had access to allow our research and exploration to continue. Yes, because research costs basically money. The base research. Any other research will also cost resources that we will need to have. We must also complete our hyperspace research to allow us to much more rapidly explore our system and beyond. Yeah, that's why I actually crashed it, because now it's only 4 years, not 8. Perhaps, just perhaps, our ancestors are still out there somewhere, waiting for us. But the legends of destruction mean that we must also prepare our defenses for whatever we may find. We have found technology that has advanced our understanding of early warp field experiments. Oh, that's why we're at 50% now. Yeah, okay. That's always, everyone gets that. We have found technology that has advanced our understanding of research labs. That's actually amazing if we can find a location with research on it. Do we have that? We have a location bonus. Development, growth, scenery, corruption reduction. I mean, the corruption reduction is amazing, but there is no research here. We have not a single bit of research here, so hopefully we have some location bonus here with research, because otherwise our research is going to be rough if you don't find something like that. These ruins provide the following colony bonuses: 9% development, which is pretty good, because development is basically more money. It's not that easy, it's actually happiness, and that leads to more taxation, which then gives you money, but, you know. And scenery, which is tourism, which is useless, in my opinion. Unless they change that, we will see. Interesting, we have 3 general messages. That is also new. We have a starship constructed, that is pretty good. The charming rogue, an exploration vessel has been constructed. Look at that beauty. Very skeleton-y. Kind of weird, but that's how it goes. Don't know why this... Ah, that's why. That wasn't a UI thing that existed. That's not rings. Republic. Due to our chosen government, we have gained insight to planetary governance. Our first such facility has already been constructed in our homeworld. Okay, that is new. What is this? Oh, can I get rid of the... Oh, okay, that's how we do it. Okay. We actually got a free planetary government. Wow, we got planetary governance just like that? That is really good. That's because Republic? So actually the colony corruption reduction, which you can see there, the 10%, is actually still in. Because I think that was the bonus from the Republic. So they actually just taken it away from the starting screen and put it into basically this. So it's not... At this point you would have 20% before. Now you have just 10. So you actually... They took the 10% from you, but you still get it early, which is amazing. Okay, guys, that is really cool. I do like that. Wait, there was... Oh my fucking god, we have a measuring tool. How? How do I use this? Oh my fucking god, guys. Oh my god, I can tell you that this is 1,780 units. Oh my freaking... It's just shift. You press shift, you click once, and you have it. Oh my fucking god, I love this so much. It's finally... maybe it was in there before and I just never seen it because I didn't know how to access it. This was just an accident. I just saw this when I pressed shift because things, and oh my god, that is so cool. Because I wanted to rearrange the camera to the right angle, and then I saw this. This is so good. Oh my fucking god, look at this. I can actually say, hey, our planet is 411,000 units from the sun. So that is basically an AU for us. Or would be. That is so cool. That wasn't in the game before. Look at this. Our system is about 1.4 million units wide. Not quite. Let's see this. Right there. Yeah, let's say 1.8 million. That is important information you wouldn't believe. Look at that. Look at this distance between those systems. If it lets me. That is... Oh my god, that is so cool. Sorry, I'm geeking out about this, but this is something we had no information about at all. 10.6 million units. Whatever these units are, doesn't really make a difference. But if we look at this... Can we see that here? Hyperdrive speed, 10K. No one who wasn't a developer or maybe a modder ever knew what 10K meant. It was definitely, you know, measurable by time that you took from one system to another. Not with this drive, with the next one. But, you know, it didn't make... It didn't make a difference what number was there unless number needed bigger, you know? You needed the number to be bigger, that's all that matters. But now we can actually see. And that's why you can't leave the system with that drive, because that's million units. So that's factor 100 or something, so that would take probably a few hours if they would go from your system to here. And this is the closest system there is. That's, you know, 42 million. How big is the galaxy? A few billion. It must be. It must be 5 billion or something units. 2.1 actually. Interesting. And that is very interesting because this makes a difference for one specific building. 2.1 million units. At the biggest galaxy there is. That's a 10 by 10 grid. That's the biggest grid there is. So this should be the biggest galaxy there is. Oh, the foundation for the Galactic Corporation. Oh, that's nice that we get that. Okay. Gives bombardment resistance on the planet. That's pretty cool. And extra empire bonuses, espionage and stuff. Ooh, I like it. Ah, I can't see it. Okay. Because you see the corruption reducing range here. This, for the last of these buildings, of the governance buildings, the last one, which is an empire... an empire wonder. This has 2 billion, 2,000 million corruption reducing range. And that now we know... Just by measuring this once, we know that the 2,000 million units, the 2 billion units basically, are actually the whole diameter, not even a radius. I was thinking radius. I was thinking this was 4 to 5 billion. But that is actually that the radius is about a little bit over 1 billion units. That means... It doesn't matter where you put it. It will always reach the whole freaking galaxy with its corruption reducing range. And that is an important piece of knowledge. Because I always tried to center it up as much as possible. So I'm sure that most of my planets at the very least are hit. Because I didn't have this information. Just having this information changes a lot. That's amazing, especially for the different hyperdrives. Oh, I love it, guys. It's so good. It doesn't matter if we look at the galaxy at the moment. Yeah, it's still top-down view. Why is it still top-down view? Didn't I change that? That's kind of weird that this is top-down view, not galaxy. Why didn't this change? Yeah, we have the research. That's cool. Let me just check that real quick. Okay, this needs to be... Ah, control to clear. There it is. I don't care about this. Don't need to change these with a hotkey. And now it should work? No. Oh, that sound. That is pleasant. There we go. Now it should go. Yes. Okay. But I can only do this once. And what would be the go back? Oh, that is not good. Okay. So I still need to zoom in. That's okay. Or just double click on a planet or something and then I'm there. Good, but that is better than before. Let me just save that just in case. If it's attached to the save, I'm actually not sure. Shouldn't be, but we have an exploration ship, our first exploration ship, and we have a new president, Kobe Dobachi, who is kind of okay. Again, if someone wants to be the president, write in chat, I want to be the president, please. And then you'll be the president. Ooh, someone joined the Discord as well. Okay, someone I cannot read because I'm in streamer mode. Well, it's fine. Welcome. Welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you here. Now let's play the game, damn it. I'm gonna go over for the first part. We're probably gonna do a 2-hour part to begin with because I had a lot of these things to set up, and now we're actually playing the game finally. Oh, look at that. There's a hurricane going on. Isn't that nice? That is actually static. That's the what was that in Warhammer? In Warhammer 2? Total War Warhammer 2? The big whirly death hurricane? The mana hurricane? Many right joined? Many right joined? Oh, that's the name of the person. Thank you, Shiro. Many right, kudos. Welcome to the Discord. Hope you're having fun. Can't wait to ride with you guys. And maybe do some Stellaris, you know, fun games or something. That would be fun. Haven't done that in a while. I also have played with a friend of mine a lot of Stellaris. And I'm still only playing my one Empire because it's just so much fun to me. Although I must say the recent update with the storms, the galactic storms, has changed a lot. I'm actually having trouble to survive sometimes. Not because of the storms, but some other things have changed apparently. We have a spy. Someone wants to be a spy? Wait, someone wanted to be a scientist. Do we have a scientist yet? I don't think we do. But we have Luc Jackson as the spy. Maybe he's named that. I have no idea. What are you good at? Nothing. Ah, yeah, right. We don't know yet. And we don't know anyone, so I couldn't send you to an empire to actually find out your skills, because after the first mission, you know their skills. So that's great. So just do counterintelligence and joy for a while, which will not give him XP, which is sad. It should give him XP, but it doesn't. Again, unless they changed it. That's all maybe old knowledge. So be aware. Oh, also, there is a thing with research. Later, when you have multiple research outposts, you can actually have more than one concurrent project. But, as it says here, research progress will be split evenly across all concurrent projects. You don't get a bonus, like a crossover bonus or something, you know, like when you, I don't know, maybe some techs, you know, interact with each other and you get a bonus on them if they all both research simultaneously or something. That's not the case. So it basically makes no difference at all if you research one thing at a time or 10 things at a time. They will all finish literally at the same time. The only real difference at that point is if you research 10 things at a time, which you probably can't, but let's just say for sake of argument, if you research 10 things at a time, they will all finish at the same time because it will all spread evenly. Unless, you know, let's say they have all the same points that they need. Like, this one needs 150 points, upper right corner, the size. Maybe there's something, yeah, here, you can see that a little bit easier. Upper right corner, size 150. That's the whole tech. Tech level 1 has that cost. Every single tech, as you can see, and it goes up linearly. And also the crashing is linear in terms of the cost, so it doesn't make a difference if it's already 50% done or if it's 100% not done. You always pay the same per point that you need to research. So every point that you research costs a certain amount of money to crash. Like 500 credits here? I have no idea why. No, that's initiation cost. Can I? I can't see that here. Can I crash you? No, because I have something crashed. Oh, this would cost 7.5k, so it's basically 100 times the points, as you can see here. And that is linear and always the same, so you can trust that. It's kind of fine and easy. But that basically means that you limit yourself to get all 10 techs. Let's say it's all these. All 10 techs at the same time. But I challenge this logic by saying, wouldn't it be more important to get, for example, let's say space construction before I have the chassis researched? What do I do with the chassis if I can't produce it or something, you know? Something along those lines. Or what would it help me to have the chassis for a colony ship? You can't see that yet, right? Here. The basic colonization unlocked after I have the chassis. Maybe I want those actually at the same time. That would probably be good for concurrent projects because I want both of them finished at the same time. But it doesn't make a difference. I can just go for one and then go for the other, just right after each other, and they're basically done at the same time. So I find these concurrent projects are completely useless. This whole mechanic is completely useless to me because I haven't found a single moment in time where actually having to research multiple projects at the same time would make sense. You know, if I do this, it wouldn't make sense. And why not make me president? Okay. Ich bin hier, um zu lenken, nicht um zu denken. Yeah, very Simpsons, Shiro, very Simpsons. German version. Sorry, guys. It's fine. Sure, Shiro will be the president. Enjoy. There it is. Garai Shiro. Let's do it this way. The glorious Shiro dynasty. Oh, let me show you your president once more. So, industrial research, high-tech research. Oh, actually, that is new. You actually progressed. That's pretty good. High-tech research is nice. So we're actually getting a bonus there. And when you level up in research here, that will actually go away and we'll go neutral again, which is good. You save us maintenance and you reduce corruption. I mean, apparently, people are not as happy, which is not good. And I'm not sure what is better. I would assume corruption reduction is better than happiness. If you can have the same happiness, having more corruption reduction probably has a better effect than having more happiness and having the corruption reduction increase with the happiness because it's dependent on it. You know, it's a percentage of your taxation basically, and happiness basically translates into taxation. So if 3 happiness is 1.5 taxation and corruption goes up by 10% in the same manner, it's better to just have the same happiness and reduce corruption, you know? So I think reducing corruption has a bigger impact, but I didn't do the math. It's just a postulation. Maybe someone did the math and can tell me. So we have a president. We have a scientist, just not available yet. They will be here as well. So when we have a scientist, I'll name you as well, Marcus. And we'll see what you guys will accomplish. Also, I should probably go 4 times because we are in a very early stage and we want things to happen at some point. We're only 3% in the research. It's just another 4 years. Oh. Extra 5% colony development? Should I read these too? Maybe there are new ones. That could be. Yaros marble is magnificently... Isn't that with an A? Magnificently? Oh, I'm not sure. Textured blue marble, maybe I'm just crazy. Yaros marble is formed when carbonate rocks are infused with millions of tiny blue Agea crystals. Agea crystals? Oh no, that would be AE, right? This is usually caused by underground streams flowing through the rocky formations for thousands of years. That sounds very rare. Yaros marble is found on continental worlds and provides the following bonuses. That's pretty cool. I love the goods that you can find. There was a slot here, a button that you could press that would show you all of them. But apparently they got rid of that. Maybe because it didn't make any sense anymore? It's kind of weird. Huh. Oh, interesting. This is not dynamically updating. Oh, that's kind of sad. If someone knows where I can see those... It's just the victory conditions. I mean, here we can see our human species victory conditions. Perform the most research in the galaxy. I mean, okay, apparently we're the best in the galaxy. Cool. Continental colonies. We need 20% of all continent. Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure. Have the most defense treaties. Destroy... Oh yeah, I remember. Destroy more enemy ships and bases than you lose. Okay, basically don't suck. Cool. Earn the highest amount of trade income in the galaxy and earn the most tourist income of the galaxy. That will never happen. But as you can see, we can get 25% of victory condition from this. But these 25% are divided into 20% of that will come from this, 20 from this, 20 from this, 20 from this, 10, 10. So basically, if we fulfill, as we do now, the most research in the galaxy, we have 100% progress for that. It's binary, so So we get 100% from the 20% from the 25%. Yes, it's as simple as it sounds. Actually, it's much simpler than it sounds. Because we will get 20% of the 25% when this is fully accomplished. And that means we get 5% victory condition right now from our species condition. So that's why we get the 5% there on this thing there. The territory, basically the same thing. We need to control 75%. We control 8%. And 8 out of 75. And then, you know, reduce that, take that from the 25% is 3%. Some math there. I'm not gonna do the math right now because I'm bad at math, and I'm even worse at math when I'm at stream, so that's great. And that is what I attribute my earlier mistake to with the missiles. Still, I was not wrong. They still suck compared to the other weapons, but they don't suck as much as I thought. We got a new construction ship, which is this beauty here. I like this empty space that exists for some reason. Sure, I mean, maybe we didn't have enough material because there's an airlock, there's an airlock. There's no way to go from one side to the other. That's just peak design. It seems like it has been designed in America. Just absolute peak design here. We are exploring right now. We're sending probes to this little moon. It's basically the only thing we can reach right now without our warp field experiments. And we'll soon know. There it is. Yes! That is good. Establish... Oh! I forgot the biggest change, guys. You don't need colonies anymore. Well, you do, but because they give you money. But you can also establish outposts with colony ships. Which are different in some way. And I have no idea in what way. And that's going to be fun to deal with and to figure out. But why can I not build a research station? Now I can. There we go. Planet. The cool thing here is, look at this. So, we can also have a mining station here, and I will build it. It's not very important. Hydarius is not that important. Of a material is a rare inert gas used in weapons. Yeah, gas for weapons, shielding, and reactor components we don't really need at the moment. It would be much, much better if this would be Caslon, because Caslon is our fuel. And oh boy, do we need fuel. But, you know, apparently we don't. But the cool thing is, look at this. This costs 6,412 credits, this mining station. But look at the brackets there. Or parentheses. Private economy expense. And that's what I was telling you about in the beginning. About the zoning that we do. Our private economy needs these stations. And they will maintain them. No. Will they? I think they will maintain them. Oh, you can't really see that because of my my Gammarid there. Wait, let me just help you. Oop. That's better. There you go. I think they will even maintain it, but they will also pay for it. So I can just say, we need a station here, make it happen. And the private economy will go, yes sir, let's go. Let's build that shit and get the resources out so we can make money. Because they will make money for that, because they will transport it. We don't have to transport that stuff. Our whole logistics system is dependent on the civilian economy. Which is also kind of scary because they're derps and they are just civilians. They can't defend themselves. We will have to defend them. But we will get these resources when they transport them. They will get paid for that. I don't know. I think the internal economy stuff, I have no idea. Maybe, do we even pay them? I'm not quite sure how that works, to be honest. But this is very important. And we will say, build us this. And now they will pay for that. It costs us nothing. But, and this is probably the best moment to look into this, it's here. Sorry, I haven't looked into this for a while. This is our economy screen. This is our state economy. This is our private economy. Our private economy has 136,000 to spend. And they have no way to spend it right now. Because they're just sitting on this planet and doing their whole, you know, consumerism nonsense. But what we want now is to bring them into space. And we have a shipyard soon. And when this is finished, actually they don't need a shipyard. They can just build from the planet if they want to. It's just slow. But they will use your shipyard. I think they can build from... Yeah, they can build from here. But they will use your shipyard And they will order ships, and that gives us money because they have to pay for everything. They have to pay for the resource they transported there, actually. And pay for the ship. And we will get that money, and that is a really good way of income. This income here per month is actually kind of meaningless. Because your real income fluctuates much more than this. And sometimes this is at a minus 50k and you're still making money like crazy. Because this is just the current expenses or fixed expenses and incomes together for this month. Or for the next month or whatever it is. I have no idea. The projections. And those are basically, most of the time, they're meaningless because you have other sources of income, which are bonus income. And as you can see, shipbuilding can get you money. And that can get you a lot of money. That is basically how you get into the mid-game, because you need to ride this wave. And you need to ride it carefully. Because when they retrofit the civilians, they pay you money too. And that's very important because you can make them retrofit by choosing your research wisely. Because what the civilians want, for example, and very obviously, is maybe better drives or something, but mainly they want better storage. They want cargo base, they want fuel cells, because that gives them range, that gives them extra cargo capacity, which is money. Even though they don't use it most of the time that much, it's kind of wonky. But they also want crew systems, you know. They want maybe recreation systems to have their crew at a good morale. They want, I mean, we could have better docking so they can actually get more throughput into our bases, which is pretty good. And get them out there quicker to get more stuff. And all these things, and even better civilian ships, you know. A new design will make them all upgrade to that design. And maybe even build new ships and scrap the ones before. Who knows? But you can actually tailor this to your benefit very, very much. And you have to keep an eye on this. You never want this to be 0 and this negative at the same time. This should always be positive. If this is 0, that doesn't mean much. I mean, it's better if they always have money. But only if they have a constant stream of expenditure, you know. It's fine if they get enough money in that they have money left, but you want them to expend to spend their money all the time at a constant stream. And even if that reaches 0, that just means there's a bump in the curve, which is okay. Yeah, you won't get that much more money for a time until they get more, but this cash is not as important as this. As long as they're positive, anything you do is fine, in my experience. Yes, you can slow your expansion down with that. It's not great if they have no cash on hand. But basically, if they have private cash flow, they will recover from that. And that's basically all you have to do. It's really good if you have a lot of cash for them on hand. They do spend all the time, and they still got that much income that the stuff they spend doesn't take all their reserves down to 0, because then you can make expansion plans all the time without any troubles, you know. That's what I mean. Without slowing down your actual empire economy expansion, which you don't want. You don't want to slow them down. But as long as the cash flow is not negative, nothing bad can happen to your empire in that regard. You know, your logistics system will be fine. They will have money for fuel. They will have money for better ships and all the stuff, and to ferry resources around. And you will not starve your empire of logistics and resources by that. On that account. We have the first spaceport. We have constructed a spaceport. This large orbital base serves as a shipyard, allowing us to build many different types of starships. Also civilian ships, which will already be queued. Yep, look at that. They already made some freighters because we have goods to transport, and they will do it. Our new spaceport also provides a hub for trade and commerce, but we need a new system for that. We don't research yet. Freighters will deliver cargo here, and ships can refuel here. Yep, it's a refueling port. Also very important for a logistics system, of course. Everything needs fuel. As our technology progresses, we should upgrade our spaceport with other capabilities, shields and weapons for defense, research labs, sensors and more. You actually don't have to do anything with this thing. If you research... So, you want 2 things for this thing. You want 2 specific items that they can build. You want recreation and medical systems. Only one of them each, you know, only first level is fine. Because if you have them, This will cut your maintenance down, but also, and this will get better damage reduction, which is nice because they can, you know, help their crew that are bleeding out and thereby keep up on battle readiness. But both of these will give you a +3, I think it was, happiness bonus if they exist on the spaceport around the planet. So just having an instance of these gives you +6 extra happiness on the planet. Again, if their numbers didn't change, but it gives you something. And that happiness can give you a good money boost to sustain yourself in the beginning. And actually, because that is the case, why am I not researching this right now? Because this we got for free, which is great. And the AI will not build this on the first spaceport. You need actually expand the spaceport once, like with space construction here. The V2 spaceport will have that automatically, and you don't have to fiddle around with the spaceport design yourself. So if you don't care about designing your space stations, which there's a lot of design that you can do, and some of that gets tedious and is unnecessary in my opinion, you can just go to level 2 and the AI will automatically include these two things and you have the bonus, so that's fine. It's not that much of a problem. I just wanted to mention that because that is a matter of confusion and people cling to, oh, I have to design all of the stuff myself because the AI is too inefficient and stuff. Yes, the AI is not very efficient in their builds. They have fiddled around with that and made it even better, I think, but it's not that important. They will do it, you just need to know which triggers to hit. A construction ship and exploration ship. You know what? I'm doing it. That's fine. It's actually stupid to do that yet, because they will need to retrofit anyway, because all they can reach is this moon right now in slow boat mode. Basically our technology right now, right here. Well, actually even better than our technology, because we couldn't send a crew out there to build anything at the moment. But they will need to retrofit as soon as this is finished, so usually I wait until I build more so I don't have to retrofit them, I can just build them. But it doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. The only problem is they might, when they are built now, before this happens, they might already be here and going to another planet or something, or a gas giant or whatever, or trying to, and then decide, oh no, we have better tech, now I need to go back. So you waste basically this time to go there and back to retrofit, which is not good. It's not optimal, but I don't care right now. Hey, Boland, how are you doing? Hi, even Gary? Evening? Is one... oh, even Gary's on the Distant Worlds 2 train, eh? I mean, yeah, that was actually what catapulted my YouTube channel from 100 subscribers to 800. Doing Distant Worlds 2 videos. Because people extremely liked those when I did this, and that was a lot of fun as well. Which means I love the game, and yes, of course I'm on the train, because I like it, and I want to play it. I actually refrained from playing it more. I have a few playlists on my YouTube, but I refrained from playing it more because I wanted more content, and this is the content drop that I was waiting for. Really, it's a very niche game. It is, but I love the game. It is such a good game, in my opinion, for many reasons. For many things that other games don't even dare to tackle. Like private economy. Stellaris doesn't have that. Stellaris has a very, very abstract, maybe things are happening economy system, not real logistics. You know, it's very, you have to imagine things are happening system. Research station, and also it's all state controlled, which is kind of weird, you know, because that's not how we would do things. This is actually a fully independent economy just beside your state, beside your government, which is kind of cool in my opinion. I really do like that. You have no control over them, basically. You can manipulate them, but you know, that's called politics. But you basically cannot tell them, give me all your money or something. You actually have to present them with specific things that they want to actually make them give you money, for example. Like a hyperdrive. Everyone will now... there were freighters being built somewhere. Well, we have mining ships as well, doing things. That's kind of nice here. There are 2 freighters, merchant freighters, that are doing nothing right now. But they paid us for making them. and they will pay us again to get a warp drive installed. So basically, we just made them pay us twice. They build it on our port. They paid us for it, and then they will have to upgrade in a little bit to actually include a hyperdrive, which will be very important for them. And that's how you extort your economy. It's great. I play both Distant Worlds. Oh, Distant World Universe and Distant Worlds 2. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. And Aurora 4X. Aurora 4X is also a really, really interesting thing. It's just so bothersome. And there was such a good mod, you know, that actually fixed the interface of the new Aurora 4 Sharp. Because I can't play it. I can't deal with the colors. I can't read anything. And since Steve Irwin, or no, I know he's called Steven something, the developer, the single developer that makes this game, who is great, you know, who does some good stuff. I wish he would do more programming and less database, but you know, that's a matter of opinion. But he stopped the mod maker from making these mods. You know, he scrambled the code or some nonsense, so you can't make any mods anymore because he was bothered by people bringing up bugs that were actually mod bugs or something, and it's just such a stupid opinion, I think. It's just so dumb. I know that he doesn't want to deal with it. I feel it. I'm a programmer myself. I wouldn't want to deal with that as well. But that's a small price, in my opinion, to pay for not correcting his nonsense. Because the choice of alone coloration in that game is horrible. It's just the dumbest thing ever. You know that he doesn't know a lick of a thing about interface design by that. Just by the choice of coloration of text and background. And that is so sad, because the game is so good. And I love Aurora 4X, and I would like to play it on the channel. I just can't deal with that shit, is the problem. It's so good. And I can understand that you play it, Boland. I love it. I haven't looked into it a while, though. Maybe he fixed that, but I don't know. I was very disappointed by the new version just because of that. Just because of the horrible interface. And yes, the interface was always excellent space, basically. Excellent space, but I could look beyond that. I actually found that kind of an intriguing way of doing things, a different way of doing things. But if I can't read shit because the background is bright blue, light blue, and the text is white, then I can't play the game. It's as easy as that. It's just horrible. He could have made the background black and the text green, and I would have commended them for the best interface ever. He could have made a command line out of it. I don't care, but not something that actually induces migraines in my brain. It's just so sad, and I'm so sad about it because I really love it, and I really love what he does in terms of what he works on, and all the concepts in Aurora are amazing, and it's graphically not much, but otherwise it's just bonkers good. You know, these are the slightly more graphical versions of Aurora 4X. No, this is quite different from Aurora 4X still. Aurora 4X has some very deep mechanics that these don't tackle here, or just abstract, like actual terraforming that Aurora 4X kind of models in a way. A bit better than this. This is just implied. Oh yeah, we have a terraforming facility. Quality goes brr. So there are different directions in these games, which is good. The exploration of different mechanics and different views is important in gaming as well as everywhere else. Can't wait to play the DLC. Just said you can't play as the Shakturi themselves. Hello, Gimli's Ghost. Welcome. Yes, unfortunately, but I mean, that would be pretty broken as well. Maybe there's a modder out there that just unlocks them for you. I don't know. Because they do have all the ships and stuff, and you wouldn't need to do much design, probably, to make a faction out of them. I don't know. I haven't modded this game yet. Designing missiles was not really something I craved. Yeah. But it is very detailed, and it taught me a lot about missile design, actually. It's pretty interesting. And about the trade-offs in there. And I love the trade-offs that Aurora models, you know? And how you try to still get the best out of that. you needed to do a lot of Excel spreadsheeting for this, but, you know. We have our first hyperspace technology. Using the ancient knowledge recovered in our early exploration, we have developed our first primitive hyperdrive. This breakthrough technology allows our starships to travel faster than light. Oh my god, is that amazing? Sorry, I have read this a few times before. This momentous discovery means that we can quickly traverse our own solar system, exploring, and that is important. With this one, only our own solar system. We cannot leave yet. And now we know why, because, you know, system big. Look at this. This thing goes 10k. Just from this planet to this planet is 5k. Actually, wrong. It's 250k. So we need 25 ticks, whatever that is, to actually get here, and then another 25 to get back at full speed. So we would never reach another system right now. And even though we have one system extremely close, which is this one that we don't even know about because we can't explore it yet, that thing is just, you know, 10.5 million units away. We would need over 1,000 ticks? 1,000 ticks? Did I get my zero straight right now? My brain is hurting. I'm sorry, too much math. But you know what I mean. It's basically impossible to get there, so my ships will never try. Unless we would never get another drive, I think. Maybe they would try at some point. This momentous discovery means that we can quickly traverse our own solar system, exploring and expanding. Further advances should let us even travel to faraway stars, truly exploring the galaxy. We should quickly exploit this new capability by redesigning and building new ships with these hyperdrives. Yes. And now we will see that these guys will actually retrofit. There you see it. Under construction retrofit, but from the planet because they're idiots. It's fine though, we don't need traders yet. Freighters. Small exploration ship and an escort. No. I don't want escorts yet, and there's a reason for that, and we'll see that soonish. Actually, if you watched any series, you know, any series of mine that is, you would know why. You want 2. No, you want 4. We have 2. Okay, that's fine. And you don't want any more. That's kind of weird. Let's say, do we have the money for 4? We do, just. Let's build 2 instead, and let's build 1 more of these. And let's just say go. It's also weird that these clear and purchase buttons are up here, not down here. And I would have designed this differently, but I'm not an interface expert anyway. I know a bit about interfaces, but not too much. I definitely know what you shouldn't do. True, I just want them cool ships. I mean, Gimli's Ghost. You can take them. No one says you can't just integrate them into your fleet by just, you know, conquering them. There is boarding in this game, and it works rather well. I just found out that the Distant World 2 message can be clicked as a whole to access some customization. Useful for the build ships suggestion. To adjust the numbers. Oh, it can? We have a general. Generals are basically drunken idiots that don't know what they're doing. So they usually just get dismissed. That is very unintuitive when you also have interactable buttons on it. So even this has some weirdness. Yeah, it has a lot of weirdness. That was something you had to accustom to when you start playing this game. That these buttons are here, because I would never have looked for them. If I have a tally, my gut feeling is, and my training is in a way probably, because you could train yourself that it's always on the top or something. It's just the what is the convention, you know? My conventional feeling is it needs to be on the bottom. Like a summary, you know? You have a summary and then you see, aha, yes, I want this, or no, I don't want this. That is what I would redesign this and have the list on top and have everything else underneath. The buttons the lowest ones and the list just above them. The list of this is the money, you know? So I click these buttons and I look here, aha, this is the money I have to pay. Sure, I have that, let's go. That would be my intuition, but I don't know, some people are different, I guess, or maybe some people think that interface design is much superior because of reasons. I have no idea. Again, not an expert, just an amateur. Hyper jump! We have the first jump, guys! One of our ships, the Charming Rogue. Oh, that was our first exploration ship. Has engaged its hyperdrive, allowing our empire to travel faster than light for the very first time. And it was here somewhere. No, that is inside the planet. Actually brings me not to the ship. The ship is... nowhere? Shouldn't we see it? Distance that previously took months to traverse can now be covered nearly instantly. Next stop, the stars. The charming rogue is now speeding through hyperspace. Who knows what it will discover? The next message that it shows me, we want to build something. I will check, Boland. Thank you for that hint there. I'm very happy if that is the case, if you can manipulate it in there. So we have a research station. Actually, our spaceport has a research output now. So for some reason, the spaceport can build a research center? Why? That must be a change, because normally you can only do that if you have research in here. And we don't. We don't have a research bonus on our planet, which means we shouldn't be able to build a research port. We can't build a research station. And this is something that changed from Distant Worlds Universe to Distant Worlds 2. Because in Distant World Universe, the spaceports had the research stations on them. The research modules. And we can click on this and see. But apparently now they can have that again. Yeah, they have a basic research lab. That is new. That is not standard. Well, that is not 1.0, you know? It's not when it came out. That wasn't the case anymore. And it was weird at the time. I was thinking that was kind of strange. But I knew why, because they wanted you to build on specific locations, not just wherever you want. More research labs. And that is also the difference with these stations now. Before, you build stations kind of very abstract and just made the station not visually bigger, but, you know, in concept bigger, and then put more shit on there. And then the station would just be... let's say the designs were very fluid. A small station could have had 100,000 tons, and a large station could have had 50,000 tons. That was just a naming thing, you know. You basically made your own classes. I don't like that very much because it's very convoluted. Because usually a class of something comes from limitations in certain things, you know. A destroyer is a ship that is, in the Navy, is a ship that is fast and has specific capabilities that make up a destroyer, you know, that we decided on. This is the role that a destroyer does, like screening or something. So it needs some anti-air, maybe it needs some anti-torpedo stuff, maybe it needs anti-submarine combat stuff, you know, that is a destroyer. That is what makes this class. And therefore, it needs to be fast in a specific way. It needs to be a bit smaller because, you know, it needs to be maneuverable to fulfill its role. And those are limitations on the design that you need to fulfill to make that thing, you know, to have a functioning role of this ship. And if you abstract this into you can make your own classes, you basically just make the biggest thing ever and that's your class. And that doesn't make any sense. And because of the role it needs to fulfill, it has these limitations inherently, and therefore the hull has to have limitations on it. You know, like you can only fit so many weapons on it, like here. Why can you not fit a weapon here, 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 and here as well? Because maybe these are habitation areas where, you know, you can't have a reactor for weapons or some nonsense. And all these things, you know, all these design things. So for real designs. And I find this system much better and also much more strategic, because if I can put anything on here, nothing matters, you know, nothing matters that I design, because it could all be literally filled with all the weapons in the freaking world and nothing would be different in any way. There would not be a decision behind that anymore. This way, I only have specific hard points with specific sizes that I can fill because of the design limitations that come from, you know, other things. And this makes this a strategic decision what I put on here. Sorry for going so lengthy about that, but it's an important thing in my opinion about strategy and strategy games and where the strategy comes from, which I found in Distant World Universe was way too lax. It is interesting to make your own class, your own class system in a way, but for me in a strategy system it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, I need to do boarding more. Gonna play Boscaran and tribute to the new DLC. Because they were idiots and let themselves get betrayed by the Shakturi, you mean, Gimli? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I would like to see the charming oh, we're already... Okay, it's already... I didn't see that we're running. I would like to see where it is, though. It needs to be in the system, but where is the charming rogue? Why can't I see this? Oh, it's there. I think it's here. No, it's the Tenacious Wager. Okay, that's already the second jump, but look how quick it is. Seems pretty quick, right? I mean, if you think that this took many days to go from here to there, but if you... This is still not much of a distance, you know? This is still just 180k. So this takes 18 seconds, or ticks, or whatever it is, 18 days to get there. Let's say days. Let's say every tick is a day. So this would take 18 days to get here. Days. 180k. Now think about what this drive would do with 10 million. That would take years. Literally decades until it gets there. And that is something that I really love about this game. The scaling. Because you really scale up really in an interesting way. By the hyperdrives, by your expansion through exploration and stuff. And there is a really interesting pacing that comes from that I really enjoy. Because at the moment, we're just looking at one planet. But I still find that interesting because you look at that. We just found, with this ship here, I bet. Oops, is it? Yeah, it's control. Control lets you box select. Yeah, that's the charming rogue. Actually, it flew here. Okay, I didn't see that. And now we found new resources that we didn't have before. And this is our fuel. So this is our refueling planet. The only thing that gives us fuel at the moment. So what we need to do is prioritize this freaking mining station hard. Because if we run out of fuel, the only thing that could help us is a trader. An independent trader that gets fuel from somewhere else. Oh. Oh. We have a small spaceport here. These are usually dangerous. Plague stuff and so on. That would be a bit early, though. I hope that's not a station that will murder us. I hope this planet has a lot of production resources, though, because this could be a secondary production port right now, because we can take it over. Usually. We found silicon. I mean, silicon, everyone knows that. Electronic components, energy collectors, sure. Desert worlds, fine. Cool stuff. Yeah, Distant Worlds Universe let you do anything. Battleship-sized escort. Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense, right? That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel meaningful. If everything could be a battleship, what's the point? You know? Then nothing is a battleship. Yeah, I don't want this. I can't change this. Where did you say, Boland, was that? Or was that in this here somewhere? Because I haven't explored this completely. There's even a message log now. Oh, that's really good. Yes, I definitely want another exploration ship. We want to go hard on exploration ships. Oh, this message log. Okay. Okay, interesting. That's where they put that now. I like the different message system. I really hope they bound that to the date and not to the... Wait. No, I hope they bound that to it being shown and then the timer runs out. Because there is a problem with CPU lag. That at some point in the game you have so much to calculate that the CPU doesn't get behind that anymore. And it falls behind. Rosalia is a purple gemstone used in weapon components. Rosalia stones are found at volcanic, desert, and continental worlds. So we have some weapon component stuff. We have some Emeros crystal, which is typically used in weapons components. So double weapons components, sure. Cool stuff. Maybe one is for lasers, maybe another is for something else. It's fine. So maybe PD or something. Now the quest for Paprika begins. I think don't we have Cuprica? No, that's Tidarius. Oh, right, Cuprica. We have... wait. What do we have? No, we have Carbonite, not Cuprica. You're right. Oh, yes! No. There are two known sources. We have Cuprica on our planet? We have Cuprica on our planet, so there is Cuprica. Why are you lying to me, game? It says we know 2 sources. That is this one, and that is... We have no idea. Why do we know about 2 sources of cuprica? It says we have cuprica here. Oh, is it here? No. It says we have cuprica mining on our planet, but I can't see it here. Oh, maybe it's just hidden? Can't see it here either. On an asteroid. Yes, that was it. I knew I saw it somewhere. That is it. We have 84% cuprica on this asteroid, so... Paprika achieved. It highlights the whole location. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Boland. Yeah. I didn't think about that it could be on an asteroid. Totally correct there. Very, very well done. We only have mining ships getting it, though, so I probably want a mining station here. Just because it's an important thing. We will have a mining station here, but that will not reach. Mining stations have a radius somewhere around this line. And in between this radius, they can get any asteroid mined. But that is way too far away, and I definitely want the cuprica as a permanent thing. That is important. What was it good for again? I forgot. Cuprica is a shiny metal smelted from cuprica ore. It is... Oh, really? I thought from tin. It is extremely strong and lightweight and has a shiny red-brown appearance. Cuprica is commonly used in beam and torpedo weapons. That's what we wanted, torpedo weapons. Don't care about beam that much. It is found at some rocky metallic planets and at asteroids. Nice. We got the paprika. Nope. Yeah, I can't change these numbers or anything. What did you mean, Boland? Now you have build ships to try the body? Click. Now you have build ships to try the body. Click. What? Sorry, I don't understand that sentence. I'm very sorry. What? Click on into the text. Okay. Nothing happens. Left click, right click. Oh, you meant now I have this pop-up so I can try it. Okay. Click into the text on the message pop-up. They lied to me. I mean, that was never interactable before. Of course, it might have changed, and that would be really cool if I could change this. And because I would wish to eradicate this escort from here, because I don't want to build escorts right now, they would basically just cost money, and we have very little. And there is no one who threatens us right now, so we don't need escorts. I would want to build the exploration ship, though. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem... Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe that was not how you do it. Maybe you have to click on the pop-up here somewhere or something. They said it was there from release. No, definitely not. That... I would have seen that, right? I mean, I didn't know about this until I accidentally pressed shift a few seconds ago, but... Or rather, half an hour ago. But... That... I would have seen that, right? We could get a scientist now, though. We haven't, though. Because you can only get a scientist if you have a slot for a scientist. And any station can have, I think, 1 or 2 scientists stationed there. Wait, was the 2 in the distant world universe? Because it's 1 per lab in there. Maybe here it was not even defined how many you could send to a station. But you need a station that produces science to put a scientist in. And I think you only generate them if you have such a station. But maybe I'm wrong. We have the first mining station. Yay! Our freighters will soon begin traveling to this new mining station, which is literally next to our planet. To this new mining station, returning its resources to our homeworld. These resources may even be sold to others in the galaxy, further boosting our fledgling empire. Yeah, you can sell them at a star base if you have the sub thing. What's it called? Oh my god, I'm blanking so hard right now. I'm sorry. 10 hours of work today. It's kind of getting to me. My brain is fried. Subsystem, that's the word. You need the subsystem for it, which is the mercantile thing. Nothing can go wrong now. Exactly, we have a station. It's perfect. And it's beautiful, isn't it? It looks like a lawnmower or something. Kind of weird. We should keep building more new mining stations, especially targeting key resources that both our shipbuilding and homeworld would require. Yes, building stations and the right stations is very important, and not as hard as it sounds, nor is it as easy as it sounds. Look at that. We have a lot of stations available right now. Now, the important thing is not to build them all. I built this one not because of the steel, for example, but because of the Kuprika. Because the maintenance is paid from your private economy, and now I remember that it's definitely the case. Also, we have early iron weapons, which is quite nice. But the maintenance is paid by your private economy. You don't want to outpace their income. That can happen if you go ham. You shouldn't do that. Be mindful of what you do here. Like, for example, steel is something that is quite common. Yes, we will need a bit, but at the moment we can just mine that with mining ships, and it's not that important. So I wouldn't want all of these. Especially since I only need one of those two, and they would basically be able to get all of this. If I get this one, they would probably be able to get these three. Even if not, it's fine. I would actually get this for the Mebna, not for the steel, but you know. The other things, the ones with the production shortage, always get. Basically, whenever you find Caslon, even if you at some point have the glorious advantage of not being at a production shortage with Caslon, get it. You will have a production shortage of Caslon every single second in the game. This is the most important resource in the game, in my opinion, because it is literally the heartbeat of your logistical empire. And also your military empire. So you need this always. There's no reason not to get such a station. It will always help your economy instead of, you know, hold it back, in my opinion. There might be some nitty-gritty stuff of, oh yeah, if it's too far away, they will not even go there or some nonsense. Who cares? Even if it's a base reserve, it's worth paying the maintenance, in my opinion. And other empires can buy your fuel if you have trade agreements, which is good as well, because that's extra money. And if you don't need the fuel yourself, it's fine to sell the fuel. It's always better to have it. This is the one resource where I would say, always fucking get it. All other resources, usually I still get them, especially if they're in shortage, but sometimes some specific resources, I mean, Osalia I wouldn't probably crap about. Silicon is sometimes very important. Electronic components is basically everything if you're building a ship, so, you know, Gamaridian steel, yes. Oh, yes. Well, it's really a pretty planet. It's a continental world. It's basically Terran. Basically like Earth, in a way. It's very little landmass, but, you know. But don't just get them all. Be mindful a little bit. Always get them if they're in shortage, for sure. But don't just get all of them, because you can literally ruin your economy with that. I would usually just ignore most asteroids unless there is literally something that you actually need. But look at this. This is all oversupply. We don't need this, so I will not get these asteroids. But it's mostly asteroids that I wouldn't get. All the other stuff, usually it's better to have than not to have. Because it's a logistics game, and we are talking about vast distances in this game. Really vast distances that you have to cover here. And in my opinion, a little bit of overproduction is not bad. So even if your interface here shows that you're not even overproducing, but that you're just fine, you know, with Krypton. We're fine with Krypton, it's fine. We don't need that much, we have enough. It's basically between overproduction and shortage right now, somewhere. Don't know where, doesn't really make a difference. We wouldn't need this right now. But it's better to produce a little bit more in the direction of overproduction than to go under, in my opinion. So even if you have enough right now, and if it doesn't show a shortage, sometimes, and you have to have a gut feeling for this a little bit, I would still go for those. Just to flesh out, because the more you find, the farther they will be away from your core empire, and it's good to have some resources on the outskirts, just in case. If you have a new colony there or something, it can already go there, be easily provided, and all things will be good. That is a good crystal. Is that actually a livable world? Because that is ocean. Oh my fucking god, we have a second planet in our system. We could actually use this. 28 quality is actually what we... Yeah, well, no. We need suitability, so we will need to wait for a bit until we have terraforming. We found our first base. We know where it is. It's a volcanic planet. At Ehirivak 1. We've encountered an abandoned small spaceport adrift. Should we investigate? Yes. Of course we investigate this. Small spaceport is heavily damaged and currently inoperable. However, we could acquire it by sending construction ship and repair it. Sure. Cool, we get a free spaceport. I thought there was a bigger event with this, but apparently not. Boop. Go, repair. Done. We only have 3 ships, so we might... Oh, there's the mission. Yeah, cool. AI was about as fast as I was. What is this? We have discovered a new resource. Podantia root is a medicinal herb. Did we have this before? That helps cure many diseases. I don't think we had this before. It's fine. Fibrous stems are packed with powerful nutrients that reinforce the immune system. It is found at sulfur volcanic worlds. Podantia root provides the following bonuses. 6% development. And to get this bonus, you just need to have it in sufficient capacity at your colony. So you just need to have some, and you get this bonus. And that is a really good bonus. 6% development? That's a lot. That's really a lot. There are a few things that give you over 10%. And I think it's literally just 3 things in the universe. Or galaxy. But that is really good. And also population growth, which is muy buen, because population is always good. More population always good, because you can tax them, and taxes are all you need. Well, you know, you need other stuff too, but the nice thing about distant worlds is that you don't have to care about their working arrangements or all the other garbage on the planet. That's what the governor is for. It's not your responsibility. They will get jobs, they will pay your taxes, the rest doesn't matter. It's fine. They live there, they have a good life. You give them resources so their life gets even better in terms of development, and that's all you need to know. It's not Centabia fluid or Loros fruit. Those are 2 of the 3, yes. But it'll do. What was the third one? I forget. The third one was the best one. I think, well, Centabia fluid is nice, but I think the third one is the best one. That was the kind of cocaine stuff, right? The drug that makes you more intelligent. I forgot what it was called. Do we have a Galactopedia entry for all the things? Because it's not down here anymore, unfortunately. I wish it was. Resources. So this is Loros fruit that we have talked about right there. And see, over 10%. 26% development just to have this. Population growth 4%. Plague curing 15%. Actually, the population growth is rather minimal. They should bump that up by another 2% now that we have the thing we just found. Oh, we got Eculon. Nice. Very strong heat-resistant blue metal smelted from Eculon ore. It is typically used in components that are exposed to extreme temperatures. Eculon ore is found, so probably reactors, I'd guess, which is good. Still don't want that. Give me just the exploration ship and we're fine. We already have 60,000 bucks, even though we're only getting 18k, not 18k, 1.8k per month from the projections. So you can see this is a lie, and also it doesn't really matter that much. We're only 2 years into the game and we already have 16k. That would never have happened with this. So we're getting money from other sources, and those sources are shipbuilding, which is the best thing in the beginning of the game to make money. Let your private economy spend their glorious cash, which they actually are making double now. No, not quite. Another 9k they get per year, I think it is. Or is that monthly? No, this is yearly, right? Yeah, annual. I think this is all annual. This is annual income. We had 2 years and we already have 60k, so that means we have the 20. Yeah, we have 23 the previous year, and 21k this year. So we already made over 10 times the yearly income just in annual bonus income. That's how strong this can be, and this is a really good moneymaker sometimes, guys. Hey, opposable thumbs, how are you doing? Hello, Gary in chat. Hello to you. Bloop, bloop. Hope you have a good day. I'm quite unhappy about the weak tourism income. Yeah, tourism is garbage. Just usually ignore tourism. Unless you find a scenery percentage of like 40% or so, I wouldn't even bother building a station because that will never make you money. And the weird thing is, okay, we have to talk about this. I need to put a cut in this part anyway, and in the next part we will go into the next system, hopefully, and we'll have another hyperdrive boom. I'll try to work on that. But there's an interesting thing with tourism in this game, and I hope it's still the same because it's just bonkers wonky. Yeah, it's bonky. Exactly, that's how that works. If you want to say two words too quickly, they just become one. That's how speech works. The wonky thing is, remember the stations. For anyone who doesn't know this game, remember the stations that we built. This station was financed. We said build it here. The state said that. Build the station here. Financed was this by the private economy. Maintained is this by the private economy. So we just say, do the thing. They do the thing. They keep it operational. I don't think, no, I mean, Researchers Club is, I think, maintained by us. Mining stations is maintained by the private economy. Let's take that as an example. But resort stations are different for whatever reason. Because resort stations, the private economy builds, they foot the bill for the building process, but it's maintained by the state. Because, of course, the state maintains Disneyland, basically. It's kind of weird to me. I want this flipped around. I don't know if they did that. We haven't fiddled around in this new patch with this. But what I would like to see is, it's fine if the state finances the building, but why would the state maintain the shit? You know? Why would I maintain my tourism facilities? That I maintain my research? That makes sense. That's a state thing, you know? That's national or empire-wide. However you want to see it, that makes sense. Mining is a privatized operation that we don't want to, and we can't really oversee so much. We don't have the administrative power. We have other things to deal with, like military and stuff. That's also fine. But why are we maintaining Disneyland? Makes no sense to me. I mean, we incentivize, okay, we want this recreational facility of some kind built here. That's a nice spot, you know, we know it's cool. The exploration told us that is a beautiful place. How about we build some recreational facilities here? But why do we have to maintain them too? If it, you know, it's just for the civilian populace. It's not a military building or something. Military needs to be, you know, maintained by the state. That makes sense. But that, it kind of doesn't fit, in my opinion. They should flip that around, in my opinion. Yes, we get money from it. I mean, sure, it's taxes or something, you know? Of course, we get money from it. That doesn't mean we need to maintain it. Everyone, you know, you can open up a amusement park anywhere. Just buy a plot of land from the private economy or from the state. Both might be possible, you know, depending on who owns that land. And then build some shit on there. I mean, you probably get some permits or something, but let's say we waive that and it's fine. You can build that there. Just build an amusement park. You still have to pay taxes on that. That's normal. You have to pay taxes for any shit. Because that's how we finance all our infrastructure and all our things, you know. And in this case, we finance military with that actually protects us from being eradicated. Because that's what happens here with planetary murder ships, which are now officially in. They're not just relics from the past. They're literally, oh yeah, we built them now. So exploding planets will be a common occurrence in this game now, which is kind of scary. But, you know, that's what you pay with your taxes. I want to not die, please. And that makes sense. You would pay that as an amusement park. But why the state has to maintain it to get some taxes from it, that doesn't make sense. And that is what you see when you use tourism in this game. Because I can't show you the numbers right now. But unless the scenery is ridiculous, you don't even make money from it. You actually lose money from tourism. Or make just a pittance, you know, like $1,000 on 15 stations or some nonsense. It's absolutely useless. It's not worth the effort, not worth the resources to build them. Or to protect them. It's just laughably stupid, the tourism in this game. It's just so shitty. And maybe you can bolster your civilian economy with that. I don't know. I don't know how much they get out of it. They probably get something out of it, I would assume. But it's kinda shit. I would not build those usually. You get money from passenger ship building. Oh, wow. You know what? Passenger ships are more of a use to me when they ferry colonists around than when they go for recreational bullshit. Because that's what I need passenger ships for. I need passenger ships. I need civilian economy to ferry my colonists around, to quickly get a colony to a state that I can tax them right and don't have to support them too much. Hey, Sholal, how are you doing? Blub blub. And then get money from that colony instead of, you know, having to pay for Disneyland to be maintained and have to pay for, or have ships taken out of the private fleet that could be used to ferry colonists around and fix up planets from species that are useless on there that I actually have to pay for. And I would rather have that than them ferrying people around for tourism's sake, because I don't give a shit about that. That doesn't do anything. And it doesn't give them more happiness. It doesn't stabilize my empire in any way or something. So why would I do this? It just doesn't make much sense as a state thing. I mean, if you can bolster your civilian economy with that, if they get more out of this, I may have an incentive to pay for the maintenance. Because that is maybe a thing I want, you know? If my civilian economy is not doing as well as they could, and I let them create some recreational buildings, or stations in that case, and then they get more money in return, and therefore I have a more stabilized economy, you know, a stronger economy that can weather the storm a bit better. That would be a thing I could think about. That would be strategically relevant. Otherwise, if I get $1,000 from it, who cares? I just make a new colony and I make hundreds of thousands bucks per year. That's much more important to me, and a much better use for my passenger ships. You know what I'm thinking there, or what my thought process is, and that's why I find tourism in this game completely ignorable. If you don't build it, you have probably you get more from it as if you have built it, which is the weird thing. 8K even in endgame, yeah, 8K. I'm making it normally in the end game. I'm making 50 million bucks per year. What is $8,000 in that regard? You know, that's not even a statistical error. I probably would lose more to inefficient taxation than I make from these resource stations. It is so garbage. And I always found that curious. Who thought that was a good idea, and how it is right there? And that's also why it doesn't make sense to me that we are being maintained, that we have to maintain this, because we get nothing from it. Literally nothing. It is such a clinical error, you know, this little 8K in the end game, that it's just not worth even doing, because you have to protect it. You know, you have to maintain it. There's so much. You have to put resources in it. That's just, there's nothing in return. No strategical value even. I mean, I don't even care about monetary value. If this would stabilize my empire, make me more coup resistant or whatever, you know, make my population happy across all planets if I have a certain amount of recreational facilities. Awesome. I may want to do this. This has value to me. Even if I have to sink money into this, as long as the money is reasonable, maybe that's worth it to me, because a point of happiness across a whole empire of, let's say, 50 colonies, actually that's value. That's a lot of value. It could be, unless you're capped on taxation, because 75 is what the AI goes for. 75%, I think then it stops increasing it, which, yeah, sure. And then you have to do it manually, and as soon as there's a bump in happiness, everyone revolts because it doesn't correct it automatically, and it's just not worth going higher. But you know, 1 point of happiness could make quite a difference. Resorts help happiness, I think. We have to test that, Boland, because I don't think they do. At least I haven't seen it yet. But maybe we'll just build some resorts and check it. But for now, we're 2 hours in the part. That's the first part of the series. I hope you're enjoying this. Yes, I'm talking a lot, but next part, it's gonna go a little bit quicker. Thank you all for watching. Leave me a like. Don't forget to sub to the YouTubes. And especially like, because, you know, first part, that's really, really good. Come to Twitch if you wanna be there when we're live. Otherwise, YouTube has the live streams as well. And I see you all in the next part. Blub blub, everyone.